Hey guys, it is Jen from Farpoint Farms, and it is summer now, and one of our first things coming out of the garden are these lovely potatoes. And we're going to go ahead and make some homemade French fries, just as something kind of fun to kind of celebrate the first few things out of the garden. You can do this by hand, but if you have a mandolin, it's going to make life a whole lot easier and quicker for you. They do a great job on getting the chips nice thin, very uniform. So I'm going to go ahead and get this sliced up. And what I've learned is after you slice them, go ahead and soak them in a bowl of pretty cold water. It helps draw a lot of the starches out of there, so whenever you do fry them up for your potato chips, they're going to be nice and crisp. All right, if you're using these mandolins, make sure that you use these guards. That blade is extremely sharp, and if you don't, your finger is going to become part of the potato chip. So it's a nice little safety feature. And these can be adjusted to whatever thickness that you want. I've got these pretty thin because we enjoy the potato chips to be on the thinner, crisper side. And you can see this just makes very short work of slicing up this potato.
All right, so I'm taking over now because Jen's got these all nicely sliced up for us. You can see they're, I don't know, some of them are paper thin, some of them are slightly more than paper thin. They're going to be pretty darn good though, I can tell you that. Now you don't want to season them beforehand. You're going to put them in the oil and cook them until they float, and then when you take them out and you put them on some paper towels, kind of take some of that oil away, that's when you want to throw a little salt on them or seasoning. And that is where we're at. So we're going to go over here to the oven, and you can see we've got a pan here. It's got about 2 cups of oil in it. It's a cast iron pan. And I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to put it at medium low pretty much there. And I'll let that oil warm up for a few minutes, or probably about 2-3 minutes, and then we'll start putting it in. All right, so it's, I can feel the heat coming off of that. Oh, Jen's inspecting.
It does have a little bit of a shimmer, so that lets you know that the oil is nice and ready.
Why am I making this video?
It's a team effort.
A team effort, okay. So the last 2 times I made cooking videos, the fire alarm went off. And I know that grease fires will actually burn down houses. And the last time I made these potato chips, we had one of those electric burners where flame is not that big of an issue. So this ought to be interesting. But we're going to go ahead, we'll slap a few of these in there, and we're going to start cooking them up. Now you do want to get some of the moisture off of it. We blanched them.
No, we did not blanch them.
Isn't that putting it in water?
No, we put them in water to get the starch out of there, and that's going to make them nice and crispy.
I'm fairly certain that's blanching.
And then we dry them off really, really well because water and hot oil do not mix.
And you're going to put them in, and you're going to put them in there, and you'll see they kind of sink to the bottom. Most of them. There you go. And what's going to happen is the second that they crisp up, they're going to float, and that means that they're done. And we're going to do this in batches because clearly this pan's not big enough. You don't want to do this in a pot. You want to do it in a pan, because you don't want to have too many of them stacked on top of each other. You'll end up with some that are burned. And of course, it's not going to be the consistency of something you'd buy at a store, because the thickness is different on each of these. So, all right, they're in there. We'll give it a second or 2 to cook. And stir them around a little bit, make sure that they all are getting full coverage. You can see they're already starting to float, right? So it depends on how crispy you want them. Let them go a little bit longer than that. Smell good. Smell like French fries,
Not something you want to eat every day, but this is a good treat for celebrating the first picks of the garden.
Yeah, this is not something we eat very often. Matter of fact, it's got to have been 10 years because it was at the last house, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. That's okay, though. I'm master chef. I never forget anything. When it comes to cooking, if you've watched any of my cooking videos, you know that I am a master at this stuff. Right, Jen?
Yeah. He's a good cook. For like the 3 breakfast items he's good at.
That's right. I make a mean omelet. Except it's scrambled eggs. But
yeah, it's like an omelet.
It's like an omelet.
Deconstructed.
So I'd tell you a time frame for how long to leave these in, but it really depends on how thick or thin you cut them and the exact temperature of your stove. I tell you, on ours, this is a 2.5, which I swear on our old stove would have been like a 6 or a 7. So, it really depends on the stove you're using, how hot it is, but medium low would be where I would cook it at. You don't want it too high. The oil gets too high, starts to smoke. And your chips will kind of taste funky, I think, huh?
For anybody else, that'll be roughly 350 degrees is where you want your oil to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you never actually have cooked these. Only I've cooked these. How is it you know how to cook them, but you never have?
Because I watch a lot of the cooking shows. I get inspiration. I just never cook them.
You get inspired to cook them, but never actually get around to cooking them.
Exactly.
And I think I was just, one day we were picking potatoes at the last house, and I just decided that I was going to try this, and it actually worked out really well. And I had no directions. I didn't watch any TV. I was just doing it. What do you want, little girl? Cat's on the ground meowing at the door. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to, this is cool. We got this at the flea market. It's like, it reminds me of Chinese something or other, but it's perfect. You go in there and you can skim them out, and then all the oil drains out.
Don't make a mess now. You'll be cleaning the stove.
Shoot. You know, I've never tried to cook with the camera like this. It's a little bit harder to do that, but it's working. All right, and as they dry, we're going to put a little salt on those.
Just a little salt on there. Nothing crazy.
All right. I'm going to let that sit, and while that's sitting, we'll go ahead and start our next batch. And the process starts again. Let's check on these. No, they look undercooked. Jen, why'd you tell me to take them out so early?
Because you don't listen.
Oh, they seem really oily too. I think they're not ready. We might have to cook those for another minute or two. Can you try one?
Need a little longer. They're not bad though.
They're a little floppy. Yeah, they're more like French fries right now.
They still taste good.
Yeah, actually they do taste good. I'll eat French fries just as much as I'll eat potato chips. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, well, we'll give these a little bit more. I'll pause the camera and we'll toast those a little browner. All right, so these, I turn the heat up just a little bit. And they're crisping up a lot better this time around. I'm gonna give it another minute because some of them are a little thicker than others, but these are getting there a lot faster. But you know, I've always felt that if you could cook these on 2 and it takes 5 minutes, I never understood why you can't cook it on 10 and just cook it for like 1 minute.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, but it needs to.
That's why smoke detectors were invented for people like you.
I do set them off. Matter of fact, I'm just waiting at this point.
They're judgmental on your cooking.
Yes, they are. I think those are good. You think those are good?
Take one out and make sure it's cooked enough.
How am I supposed to do that? I can see they're firm. Like that one.
Take one out, put it on the paper towels.
Yeah, you can hear it. It's perfect.
It's also very hot, so be careful.
Hey? Oh, that is hot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Now, that doesn't taste like a French fry. That tastes like a potato chip. All right, so we'll move those over in little batches. And yeah, you can hear them kind of. And I'll tell you, there's something, they're different. I'm not even a huge fan of potato chips, but these have a unique kind of, not been sitting in a bag for the last 6 weeks and transported halfway across the country kind of taste to them.
Not as processed.
Yeah. All right, so Jen's going to salt that. I'll put the last batch in. There we go. All right, let's try these out here. What do you think, Jen? Give one of those a try. So they're nice and crispy looking.
Much better than the first batch.
Yeah, crunchy.
It tastes a lot fresher.
Oh yeah, that's good. Cool. Well, you get the idea. You can see the process starts over again. You don't want to just do too many at a time. This is probably a little bit too much, but it wasn't enough for 2 batches and a little too much for 1, but we'll make that work. And you can make these as a treat at your own house, so just another way to cook the many potatoes that are going to come in. Till next time, my friends, take care.
Enjoy.